gave the same advice at the last publication workshop in Malaysia, and one of the students actually came to me the next day saying, I took a chance, I said yes to the opportunity, and I am now in this new research group with this new placement. So sometimes you just have to say yes, bump your head once or twice, and then just go on. Even from that you learn a lot.
The other thing, when it was very new and very little, the kind of grown-ups in the water sector, particularly in WISA, because, sorry, I should explain. The Young Water Professionals in South Africa has two parents, so IWA is one of them, and the other one is the Water Institute of Southern Africa, which is like the local equivalent. And we think this is a really nice mix, because then you get kind of a high-resolution national picture, and then you get the international perspective as well.
And you can choose where you want to fit in.
Yeah. But when we first started, the WISA people particularly was kind of, oh, aren't they cute? Let them have their little club. Then when it got more serious and people were starting to respond to WISA's invitations to their big conference and saying, well, actually, I would rather send my students or my young staff to the YWP conference because there's more in it for them, then some of them started to get threatened and some of them got really aggressive. And we had to be
politically correct,
relentlessly polite and unassuming and as non-threatening as possible. And we had a couple of people on board at the time who kind of went, YWPs are going to hijack the next conference. Oh God, please don't, because we're not here to usurp anyone else. And we need those people, we need the mentorship, and we need all stages, mid-career and end-career professionals. So the idea is to put on your kind of international bright young thing, act and go, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm only 20, I didn't know, please forgive me, and just quietly become a serious professional, almost in disguise.
The problem, however, is that after we left, the community became so strong that the Young Water Professionals was named in our budget speech.
It was named in Parliament as one of the country's best functioning organisations.
And it's a non-profit, not even a registered company.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Oh, it was awesome.
You're so modest about it.
But, I mean,
You can brush your shoulders off a bit.
Yeah, but this is the fun part, is we finally get to see what we contributed back to the country. Mm-hmm. I mean, they've taken on publication workshops, they've started companies.
Sorry,
I just want to go back and capture that. What were you nominated for?
Every year in the South African Parliament there's what they call a budget vote speech, which is when the minister from each department says what they achieved in the previous year and what they plan for next year, and therefore why they need a budget. And the Minister for Water and Sanitation named the Young Water Professionals as one of the most highly organised, functioning organisations in the sector.
And this was after how many years that you'd started it?
This was last year. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was
7 years.
7 years.
Amazing.
Because we're now not
No.
in the national committee,
Involved.
but we're still involved. They can still come and ask and go,
Oh,
I
you're
got
there,
an email
you're
from
there.
Nora,
Yeah.
when you did the second conference, how did you do this? So we're still accessible there.
And do you have any concept of the numbers of growth? You said you started just the two of you. What has it gotten to?
On the YWPZA Facebook page, there are about 3,500 likes. That's the best handle I can put on it.
Yeah.
Because it's open. If you're a member of IWA or a member of WISA, you can join the YWP in South Africa.
I mean, to give it another, Suvi told us yesterday that the national committee is now 18 strong and represents each province includes a link, the chair or the person that sits on the international committee for IWA, and then the office bearers. So we've gotten to 18 on the national committee with 7 more smaller committees feeding into that.
They have done the most phenomenal job since we left.
Well, that sounds
So
like
proud
you've done
of
the
them.
most phenomenal jobs too.
And it's when you do yours, you're going to go through, because it's a voluntary thing, you go through peaks and troughs of the number of people involved. Because I think twice when we were looking to, we're getting to the 35 years old point and thinking about what happens next. You can't force a succession plan because it's not an organisation that employs anyone. You can't make people volunteer. But if you have something good going on, they just will come and you just have to chill.
Good
let it
attracts
happen.
good.
Yeah.
We just invite them and say, come and join us, come have fun with us, and then hopefully they sort of see what we mean. That's the only way you can do it, is just to show them it is fun to do this.
And it's very flat. There's no kind of hierarchical arrangement, especially at the beginning, because it was so few of us. So even the last person in is an equal member. Or one person is just a nutcase, or two people might be crazy, but then you get 3 and 4, and that's a crowd. And a crowd is news, and news creates a buzz, and then people join.
So maybe just to wrap up, this might be a very difficult question based on what you've said and how it all seems like highlights, but has there been maybe one or two key highlights over the past 8 years of doing this, of maybe key milestones or things that you were like, wow, this is really something for me?
For me, 2 of them that stands out, I may start crying soon. The 2 of them that stand out for me from a national events was when we opened the first conference and you stood on the stage and there was this huge crowd and you go with, The second one was the last conference where Jo and I stood there, and as a parent you can go, you're sitting with 450 people, parallel sessions, fully booked with making a surplus almost, and it was just this amazing event. And I remember I went to it going, we did good.
It was a good thing we did.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know about you, but that was my fondest.
You got me going.
I don't want to give alternatives because...
No, give alternatives because there were so many.
I just want to add one thing that I think sums up the culture that has developed even more strongly since we left, actually. And it was there was a big conference in May that was a national thing, and we had like in the Career Hub here, we had a set of parallel things, sessions really. And we were doing kind of early career advice and reassurance, actually, for people looking for their first job. And there was one girl who wanted to talk to me afterwards, so we went for a coffee. And she's bipolar, bisexual, got a job in a very conservative utility as a process supervisor, and the staff would take no notice of her whatsoever because she was too young, the wrong gender, the wrong colour, the wrong everything. And her immediate response when she came to IWP was not, poor me, what should I do, but how do I volunteer for other people who get their first job and they hate it, because they need to know that it is not just them. And I think that's...
My God, goosebumps. I just joined a second ago.
Special.
Crying.
Oh, you're crying? Oh my God.
I know. And
Wow.
all I would say was, she doesn't know how special she is, that she went through such a horrible time, and her response was to say, this shouldn't happen to anyone else and I want to help other people. And I thought that was everything we wanted when we set YWP up. That's exactly what we wanted it to be. Wow. It's a self-supporting community for people that don't have someone at work to talk to.
It's a place where they
Do you know where she is now?
Yep, she's registered to do a PhD, and she's gone to, where's Rihanna work? Central University of Technology.
Bloemfontein.
And she's having an absolutely fantastic time.
But I
And
think
she so deserves it.
But that speaks to what we were trying to do in the beginning. It shouldn't be a group of colleagues, it's a group of friends. And I think we said it once, is that coming to these conferences is more about coming to see our friends than coming to a conference. The first thing I always ask is who's coming, and then who's presenting, what's the sessions. And I think you create this friendship where people feel comfortable.
This is your professional home, and whoever pays for you to do your day job just has to understand that this is actually who you are.
Can I just say from the bottom of my heart, as a fellow water professional, thank you so much for everything you've done. This is so wonderful to hear about. I'm really emotional.
Sorry, no, you've got to stop. I'm going to walk around and red eyes now as well.
It has literally been life-changing. Opportunities, and okay, it's extra work, but opportunities arrive that you can grab with both hands that would never come or would never come so early if you weren't willing.
And we can give
And
you
this is not why
examples.
we did it. It just happened.
But we can give you examples of on so many different people whose lives were changed and having different careers, different jobs, different approaches, different networks, where they just went, well, you know what, if it wasn't for the network, I would not have gone this route or met these people or had this job. Inga's one of them, where she's been all over, and she credits the young world professionals for this. And I think if people understand that, then they should join.
Thank you so much.
so nice to meet you.
So
I'm
good
gonna
to
give
meet
a
you
hug.
both.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Join for the fun of it.
You won't regret it. You'll never, ever regret it.
I just started hugs and just like needed.
Oh my god. I know.
Beautiful.
It's the best thing you can possibly do.
Wow.